Hello, welcome back to SC Classics. It's been a busy couple of days since the last video. Just working on the 78 Mexico, YFG as it's known. Been busy prepping a lot of parts, blasting, priming, just getting a batch of parts together before I'll put them all into a 2-pack satin black. So yeah, mainly a lot of time blasting, getting stuff ready, but just to give you an idea of just how far you've got to go with these cars and just how much work's involved. I'll just show you one job that I've been doing. I was probably here till, I think I left here last night at about 11:15. I spent most of the night just prepping parts, but a lot of time went into just one part alone. I'll show you that now. So here's the part in question, prop shaft. Doesn't look like much, probably overlooked, but there's lots of various components to it and all that to be stripped down. Mashed the ends up so don't damage any of the splines. Mashed all the UJs up, so again, didn't want to get any grit in there. Shot blasted the tubes. As you can see, there's some pitting in it. So what I've done, this one's already primed. Again, same process with this. Mashed the UJ up, mashed the bird and the splines up on the end because I didn't want to get them damaged. Blast the main tubes, then finished off with a wire wheel and by hand in here, getting all inside the UJ clean and prepped. Same this end, bit of dollying on the dust shield here because it was a bit bent, but as you can see there's still some pitting, so we're not done with this yet. This is going to have a nice light skimmer filler. This has now been put in a high build etch primer, which does its best to fill some of the pits, but some of the deeper stuff, as you can see, is going to have some filler in it. Again, you can see on here there's some on this, so that's going to have to be filled, smoothed out. It just gives you an idea of what goes into this build, which is pretty daunting when you consider this is just one part of prop shaft and there's still a lot of various parts left to finish. Yeah, the mountain of work. I'm slowly getting through it bit by bit. Drag the gearbox out and the axle, diff, and I'll get that prop shaft in prime, and then I'll tackle the gearbox. That back casing should be silver, so that's going to all have to be prepped and painted silver. Front casing needs to be black. Yeah, lots to do. Oh, come on gimbal, what are you doing? It's having a dicky fit. There we are, we're back to it. So yeah, next job will be mash these splines up, mash this end up and get it in high build etch primer. Leave that to dry and then carry on with all the other jobs. Yeah, it's quite badly pitted. I've seen a hell of a lot worse, trust me. I've made a lot worse presentable, but yeah, not ideal. But it just gives you some sort of idea, the mammoth task of trying to get this car ready in less than 4 weeks now. It'll be on Friday, it'll be 3 weeks. Best get to it. So we've got the other section of prop shaft in primer, so I'll leave that to dry and then give the 2 sections a skim of filler and smooth them out, make them look good. Next job for the Mexico is trying to make this gearbox look like brand new, which is not going to be easy. This should be silver, aluminium. This casing is black. So what I'm going to have to do is, thankfully whoever painted it black, I'm assuming it's when they reconditioned the gearbox or whatever, didn't put any sort of etch primer on it, so the paint's flaking off. But even still, it's a tedious job getting all that off. So I'm going to strip all the paint off this, my trusty wire wheel. Bits that I can't get with a wire wheel, it's just persevere with a screwdriver and pick it out. Then this will get a coat of etch primer, aluminium silver, and then I bought a satin lacquer because I don't like it when it's all dead glossy. It doesn't look natural. If you put a satin lacquer over it, It gives it a natural look. Not everything should be glossy and shiny. And then it's just gaskets, seals, got a zinc top plate to go on it, zinc bung, vapor blasted bell housing, and then that's the gearbox done. So I'm going to get at it, and I'll show you some pictures on video when we're a bit further into it. So about an hour in so far, although it's getting there, I am starting to question life choices. It is so boring. Steel casing, this is literally just one side, I've still got the other side to start. I've just been concentrating on one side at a time. There's a little bit of black paint there, but it won't come off with a wire wheel, so I'm not concerned about that, it can stay on. I'm just concerned about the loose paint, because if it's not sticking to the metal underneath it, then my paint's not going to stick to, well, it might stick to the black, but it certainly won't stay on the alley, as you can see. Yeah, all the big areas have been able to wire wheel, but like all the little tight areas, it's just a case of picking all the black paint out bit by bit. Very tedious. And I know I could have sent the gearbox away and had it stripped and done all the casings that way, and I've got a good mate, Paul Lodge, at Select the Gearboxes, who would have knocked it out in no time, but the problem was, it's a good gearbox, doesn't need any bearings, it just wanted a tail shaft seal and a speedo drive seal like the old do. It didn't need bearings. As soon as you pull it apart, you have to replace all the bearings, and it's just another expense on top of a car that has already cost a lot. So with that in mind, I'll do it this way. It'll look just as good. It's just a little bit more tedious. In fact, it's very tedious. Plug your hair out. One thing I will mention is, if you're wire wheeling, be very careful on the aluminium or aluminum, as our American friends would say, because it can bite into it, as I've just found out. I should have known, really. And I am mentioning our American friends because I've noticed in my analytics that some of you actually watch me, which is unusual. Didn't think you'd be into watching restorations of English cars, but hey ho, glad you're watching, hope you're enjoying it. So yeah, I'm going to get back to my exciting afternoon of stripping off paint. Watch this space. So that's the gearbox all prepped, etch primed, tail shaft done in aluminium silver, matte lacquer. So tomorrow come back to that, and then oh yeah, put new seals in, new tail shaft seal, new speedo drive seal. Tomorrow, when that paint's gone hard, I'll mask it up, mask across here, mask the back end off, paint the front half black, and then bell housing on, new zinc bolts, top cover on, gearbox done. Okay, so back to it with the Mexico. Not that I haven't stopped all week, but anyway, got a new disc this morning, painted the hubs, painted them in heat-proof grey to look like original cast, and I think they look quite good. New locking tabs. Tip for these, always bend this edge over first before you try fitting them. You'll struggle when it's on. That's how the original ones came. Gearbox is done. Come on, gimbal, wake up. Gearbox is looking better. Should do the trick. The alternator stripped down and blasted the cases because these have been painted in the past. Paint these in silver again, aluminium silver, and then matte lacquer. Just clean everything else up. I've had all the pulleys and fan and everything for this already zinc coated in gold, so that'll look like brand new when it's done. Sadly, we have come across a couple of problems, as you do. Engine cross member, had it dipped to get the acid dip to get the powder coat off it, and it's come back and it's got holes, big dent here. The base plate on it is pretty, you can see that, it's pretty mullered. And you can get a new base plate for it, you can get a new strengthener and whatnot. But right now we just haven't got time to be messing around, so I've ordered another one, reconditioned one, comes powder coated, it should be here today. Thanks to Patrick Jorge for getting it out really fast. Back plates again, it was a little bit bent anyway, but I was going to straighten them out, but sadly, as you can see, they're holed and pitted. So got some new ones of them as well. They're replaced. Steering arms are blasted. Yep. Oh, gimbal's just having a dicky fit. There we go. Got the engine mounts vapor blasted and all new bolts and stuff on. That's where we're up to so far. The prop shaft's all split down now, all in primer. I can't remember if I've shown that in the other video. There's our bits for our alternator, fan, clutch fork. Yeah, there's the rest of the bits of the alternator. We'll get the casings painted and all the internals cleaned up and put that back together. Just sent another batch off this morning for zinc plating, some other bits and pieces we wasn't happy with, some bits we replaced. So yeah, it's all go. Still waiting on the master cylinder to come back from past parts. As soon as that comes back, I will get the servo and master cylinder on, start making all the brake pipes. As soon as I made the engine bay brake pipes, the engine and gearbox can go in. Well, it can go on the ramp. We can start getting all the running gear in it. So yeah, exactly 3 weeks today, this car needs to be finished and out the door. So, fingers crossed. Yeah, one hub down. Looking pretty, new disc. Zinc plated bolts. Oh, let's flip it over. All torqued up, locking tabs, cleaned over, so that one's ready to go. Purposely haven't cleaned the oil off the disc. I'll do that last because I don't want them rusting in the meantime. It takes the slightest bit of moisture and they start getting surface rust on them, so I'll leave that for the very last minute and clean it off. But make sure I use the thread cleaner on the hubs, clean all the threads out first, make sure there's no paint in there. Yeah, happy with them, should look good. So I decided to shift my focus to the dashboard. Inside the car, speedo cable in, clutch cable in, switch panel all cleaned up, fitted, all the proper brackets, all three of them. Heater cables, heater control cables are now connected up. All the wiring in for the plugs and heater controls. Now I'm moving on to the clocks. The dashboard's basically finished. Well, the bolts can't put the column in, so the engine and gearbox is in. Can't put the kick panels and sill trims in, so the doors are on. I'm leaving them to the very last because I need to get it on the ramp and want to be in and out of the car. So clocks are now all stripped down, as you can see, because the fascia, it's got like this. I don't know whether that's from just being sat or whether he's painted it away, I don't know what's going on, but it can't stay, so strip the clocks down. I'm going to clean these up, paint this fascia, put the clocks back together and get them in. That's another job ticked off. Get them cleaned up now, show you what it looks like when they're done. You have it, much better. All done. I've mastered up as it was originally. As you know, these are white on the back and whatnot. If you really like coats of this, I've painted them in the past and tried putting it on really thick and it's always gone funny. Or it's just too much solvent build up or whatever, but it always goes funny. So just like really dust coat it on. And that's it. looks much better. Get them built back up now. So that's the end of another week on the Mexico. 1 week closer to D-Day. We've got officially less than 3 weeks now, so yeah, stress is really starting to get to me a bit. I think if any car's going to give me a mental breakdown or a physical breakdown, it's going to be this one. Got lots of little bits and pieces done, lots of loose ends tied, sourced a lot of the parts that were outstanding. I've got a lot of parts here. Come across some problems, thankfully cured them pretty quick as well. So yeah, it's been hard. I think on a couple of nights this week I've left here at gone 12 o'clock at night, and it's the end of the week now. I'm looking, it's like I've got a lot to show for it, but anyway, we're getting there. So yeah, it's a look at, doesn't look much different, but there's a few bits and pieces. The windscreen's now in, windscreen wipers are on, engine is finished. Last things are going, oh no, sorry, it's not. Fuel pump, it's got to go on. That's away, getting zinc plated as we speak. Engine mounts are vapor blasted, cups were blasted and painted. Yeah, that's pretty much for the engine, pretty much it. Still getting used to this gimbal, so you have to excuse me. You see me doing the gearbox this week. That's all done now, ready to go in. Got the prop shaft all stripped, blasted, primed, so there's a little bit of pitting to deal with on that, and then we're getting that fitted. Got some different goodies here, ready to go on. Right, so car, what have we done in here? Rear parcel shelf went in for good. Come on gimbal, keep up. Yeah, rear parcel shelf's gone in for good. Sun visors, windscreen. Oh, what are we doing? There we go. Sun visors, windscreens in. All the vent pipes for the dashboard are in. Heater vent pipes. Clocks are cleaned up, repainted, fitted. Clutch cables in. Oil pressure pipes in. Speedo cables in. All the control cables for the heaters are in now and working. The light and the switch is all wired up in the heater controls. Switch panel all cleaned up, fitted, plugged in, all the proper brackets, and yeah, you get the point. What else? Lots of things. I've just finished. Had to blast the handbrake because that was looking a bit crusty. That's over there, hung up drying out. Come on gimbal, keep up. Lots of bits. The dividing channel for the doors, both blasted. Surround for the handbrake, blasted, primed and painted. There's a gaiter and a handle. Alternator, all split down, blasted. It's an etch primer. So I'll pick some silver up because we're run out, and then I'll get a coat of silver and some matte lacquer, and then I can go back together. All the bits for this, all the fixings, the fan, pulley, everything have all been zinc coated, so that should look nice when it goes back together. New cross member arrived from Patrick Jorge over in Ireland. He got that to me within probably 2 days, so that solves that problem. Nice neat job, looks really good, solves another problem. What else? Oh yeah, we had the back plates which are knackered, so we've got some new ones on the shelf to be fitted. Steering arms are blasted, need to prep and paint them. I was hoping to start having some running gear in this week, but sadly, before I can fit any running gear, I need the servo painted, the master cylinders away getting refurbed. As soon as them two come back, I can then do the brake lines in the engine bay, the bulkhead one, you know, make all the brake pipes, make the one to the rear of the car, then the car can have its engine, gearbox, start putting some running gear in it, but I'm just waiting on this master cylinder. I spoke to a company doing it yesterday, it was either yesterday or Wednesday, and they said it's currently away getting powder coated, it's been sleeved. As soon as it comes back, it'll be homed out and rebuilt and sent back to us. So hopefully early next week I'll have a master cylinder. I can crack on making brake pipes, and then it's going to be, I've got the struts to prep and paint, top spring cups, front anti-roll bar, axle case, the diffs in that bag, that needs cleaning up and painting. All this needs prepping and painting. Fuel lines are good, they just need a good clean, refitting. I've just got all the clips and whatnot to put them back together. We sent a batch out for zinc yesterday morning, last few bits and pieces, just stuff we wasn't happy with. Yeah, that's where we're at. Still waiting on an answer on a white battery. Fingers crossed we can get one of them in time for the lake saw. Still waiting for a couple of parts from Escort Tech. They should be here early next week. Yeah, hopefully next week. I know I said this last week, it will be on the ramp and getting some running gear. Fingers crossed. So that's it for this week. I'll be sure to film some more updates next week and keep up to date with what's going on with it, all the problems I'm coming across, because there will be more, I can guarantee it. It never goes smoothly, especially when there's a tight deadline. Yeah, thanks for watching. Be patient, the end product will be done soon enough, and I'll be sure to get lots of footage of it. Oh, one thing, the front hubs are done. Yeah, there's some parts on the shelf here that I've prepped. Forgot about. Front hubs are all done, built. More bits of the prop done. Yeah, not as much as I'd like to see done, but can't win them all. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in for the next one. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.